Hey guys, what is up? It is Derringer, and today I have the full video of the Lego Mini Desert Eagle. So this is definitely the cutest pistol I've made since the Glock 26. This might even be cuter. So this is a Mini Desert Eagle, not a Baby Deagle or whatever it's called. That is actually produced by the same manufacturer as the Desert Eagle. This is instead just a kind of miniature Deagle. You can see how tiny it is compared to my hand, and if you're really wondering what its scale is next to a Desert Eagle, here is a Rainbow Desert Eagle that I pretty much just made for TikTok. So you can see the size difference is pretty big. You kind of can't see it super well on camera, but it is a whole lot smaller. Also, this Deagle isn't completely up to scale. But it's just to get an idea of how tiny this thing really is. So even though it is tiny, it does have every function a pistol would have. It's pretty much as good as my other Desert Eagles, just that it is a whole lot smaller. So the grip is built sideways and does have a lot of sloping tiles just to kind of make it have a nice shape on the back. It is also extremely comfortable. My fingers barely have space on the front. My hand also hangs off a lot on the back. The real Desert Eagle grip fits me super well. This one is very cramped. We just have the tiny little logos on the sides here. As you can see, we have a magazine release, so it actually works with a spring right there, a Lego spring that has been cut just so that it would actually fit. So now you can't take out the mag, press the release, and out it comes. It just locks onto a little corner panel piece right there, has a little bullet on top, and the bullet just helps the magazine release to lock in. So I don't have to press anything, and it'll just go right in. Here's the trigger guard, which is tiny, and I did have to use a kind of unique technique to get it to work. So it does have a jumper plate attaching it there, and then it is attached by a half pin right there. So my finger barely fits in there, and then you can pull the trigger, which of course works. It was actual hell to try to get that to work because it's such a tiny area. So the trigger is connected to the stud right in there. You can see the rubber band. It is tiny and it's connected right there behind the trigger. So it does work super well. The trigger is just connected to the slide lock pin. So of course the slide lock works as well as the slide. It locks back at 4 studs, but you can go 1 stud more back when you just pull it back. So we can also go ahead and release the slide. And we can also just pull back the slide normally. So we have the serrations, which are just a lot smaller than the actual Deagle. We also have the safety switch, which does move and actually stays in place. So here we have the chamber, which is tiny. It is a tiny chamber. Of course, it would just need to fit a round that big, so it of course works. We have the nice little sloping at the back with the hammer. The hammer looks a little bit strange because they needed to put a extension there because the slide kept getting caught on this piece, and the rear sight as well, which is about half the size of the actual Desert Eagle's sights. So there they are. So we have the field trip lever right here, which doesn't really move, of course doesn't work either. We also have a tiny rail in the front here, which is just built primarily off of the jumper plates. We have the barrel on top and the rail attachment, which actually works with the attachment, or the red dot attachment that I made for the 1911. So since the Desert Eagle is so small, the sight actually fits well on top of it. I tried it on my other bigger Desert Eagle and it just looked kind of strange, but here it actually kind of fits. There's the front of the barrel, just a tiny little opening right there, nothing special. You can see the sloping on the barrel is just done with cheese slopes. Couldn't really use any other slopes or any other technique than this, but it does actually look really nice. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I am not going to be doing a tutorial for this, even though it's small. People will think it's simple. It is absolutely not simple. This thing actually took me 3 hours to build from LDD. I designed it in LDD, it took me about 2 hours, but building this in real life actually took 3 hours, and it was to be honest, complete hell. That is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I just wanted to make something kind of funny while I'm building the Dragonov, which I am actually about halfway done with right now. So yeah, next up I will make a tiny little pistol called the Derringer, just as some, I guess we can say, filler content. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys. Goodbye.